Well, hello, everybody. It's great to be able to share this with you. I've got the privilege today of talking to Fergus Scarfe, who is the UK and Ireland Regional Director for God TV. And Fergus, actually, I've interviewed you a number of times over the years. So today I get to turn the tables on you. Tell us a little bit about your journey in faith and how God has led you into media work.
About 20 years ago, my wife and I had come to a career break in our own lives. I was actually managing an orchestra in the United States and looking to move positions. And we'd been supporting God TV on a monthly basis. And in our mid-30s, we just decided to take a year out and to volunteer. So we moved, for me, back from the US to the UK, and we started volunteering at God TV. And that was about 20 years ago, and it's just gone on from there.
Oh, that's an amazing story because having spent time with you, I know you're somebody that's got real vision for how God can use media to reach into people's homes and to support the church. And I think often when we think about Christian media, our mind immediately goes to the bigger markets like the States, perhaps. It historically hasn't been that big in this country, but it's been growing all the time. So tell us a little bit about how you've seen God TV change in the last few years.
Well, it's interesting, Paul, because what started 25 years ago this year as just a couple round a kitchen table and broadcasting just a couple of early morning hours on Sky grew exponentially 3, 4, 5 years later, whereby we now reach into over 300 million connected homes around the world, including extraordinarily over 100 million homes across India. But interestingly, in the last couple of months with the lockdown and with the change of all our circumstances, in certain ways, we've actually gone back to the kitchen table. That perhaps what used to be the large events, including broadcasting events such as New Wine, actually has turned into, we've really started to focus on the individual needs of our viewers and how we as a ministry can support them through media with encouraging broadcasting, time of prayer, specific ministry topics. And so the expression that we have is that for so many years, media has influenced the culture. But really in the last 6 to 9 months, media is the culture. And I think as Christians, we just need to use every tool in God's toolbox to bring the good news to our viewers around the world.
Yeah, I love that. I can certainly resonate with that because that will be the experience of a lot of people in churches, that it's the familiar, it's the authentic, it's the real that people are really seeking, isn't it? This is a real time of change for how the church is doing ministry. Tell us a little bit about how God TV is continuing to change and any plans you have for the future.
Well, the real big change, I think, Paul, has been occurring speedily over the last couple of years, and perhaps even exponentially in the last year to 18 months. And that's not that we're moving from broadcast media. We still have our satellites and our cable channels and our digital direct-to-home connections. But through social media, online media, digital media, it's not either or, it's and both. And God TV has made some huge inroads. We have a wonderful digital team in the US whereby we literally have millions of followers or those that like us on Facebook and other digital media platforms. And it's both a privilege and a burden. It's a privilege to be able to be in your inbox and in your phone every day, but to make sure that that content is relevant, that it's encouraging, that it's Jesus focused, and that it's really does bring the pure things of God into all our lives. You know this, Paul, as well as I do. All our timelines are filled with, shall we say, a diversity of content. And we consider it a real privilege at God TV to be able to bring, hopefully, pure and gospel, Jesus-focused content onto people's phones, as much as into their living rooms.
That's fantastic. And we've been working more and more closely together, I think, over the last few years. And we've got some exciting partnership in the autumn as well. So in New Wine, we've just finished our United Breaks Out summer conference. It's the first time we've ever had to do a summer conference in an online format. and just being amazed at seeing how the Spirit of God has anointed that and how the Spirit has fallen in homes and gardens across the country. And we're going to be doing some stuff together. So just tell us a little bit, Fergus, about what God TV is doing with the United Breaks Out content this autumn.
We're really encouraged that with you and the team, and indeed our team, we're going to be launching an initial series of 6 programs, sort of highlights from United Breaks Out for the autumn. And just at that time when all of us are considering what we're going to be doing next summer, there'll be the opportunity to see the refreshing power of God, moves of Spirit that actually happened almost by accident as a result of this COVID occurrence in all our lives. We'll not only be able to broadcast across the UK and Europe, but frankly, we'll be able to take what the Lord is doing here and take it to the nations of the world.
Yeah, and we were really excited about the potential for that. I was just reflecting the other day on history, that when the gospel first expanded in the book of Acts, it was because they had safe sea routes and Roman roads. When the Reformation happened, it was because we had the printing press. And now we've got television and the internet. So I want to say a massive thank you to all of our friends at God TV for bringing this incredible Christian content into our homes and onto our phones. So Fergus and the team, we're praying for you and thank God for you. And to the whole New Wine family, do check in to God TV, see what's on offer. Obviously, you'll be joining, I'm sure, to see some of the reminders of what God did at United Breaks Out. But there's a whole host of amazing programming there as well, and we commend it to you.